My good friends, before you assume that this is all crap, watch 10 seconds of this.
How far will you go to get back home? Beyond the familiar. Beyond the unexpected.
Okay, see, it's not crap. I'm telling you, these games today that just got announced are really freaking cool, crazy, chaotic, and just the right amount of awesome. So, good morning, Mario. Good morning, Switch fans. The mug is usually closer, but today it's further, and we're going further into the rabbit hole of new Nintendo Switch games. Yes, it's not Mario, it's not Metroid, and it's not a new Legend of Zelda, but I thought today's game announcements were super sick, and that's why I wanted to dedicate this video to all of that. Now, I also want to dedicate the video to the Lexar Play card, currently on super sale during Amazon's Week of Gaming deals. Click the link in the description down below to grab the best memory card for Nintendo Switch. It is the safest, the fastest. It's actually recently been upgraded, so every card you get is going to be the fastest speed for reading and for writing, and goes up to 1 terabyte, so it can store all your Switch games. All your Switch games, probably Switch 2 games, everything and beyond. This is my favorite memory card, the one that I use personally, and the deals right now are insane. You got 48.1% off this beautiful 1 terabyte card, taking it down to $67 from $130. $130, that's a ton of money. Half off, boom, we are in snipe range. And then we've got the 256 gig card, which honestly is still a huge card. 38.6% off, down to $17.49. That might be the sweet spot. That might be the one that I say just go fire away at, because 17 bucks for 256 gigs, that's going to be a ton of memory for you. And trust me, you'll be happy you picked up the very best memory card from Lexar. So today there was an ID at Xbox showcase that featured Xbox indies, but basically they're Switch indies, and then Switch companies decided to piggyback off of this and say, hey, we're dropping our trailers as well. The big no-show is, again, Hollow Knight Silksong, the game that maybe never was. Was it Mandela Effect? Did we just think we saw it? I'm pretty sure I played it at E3 2019, but Team Cherry is clearly still, I don't know, making cherry pie. Hopefully eventually it pops out the oven, but right now you can watch Beyond Galaxy Land and get ready to play this one later this year. I think this game looks incredible. You're Doug. Who watched Doug? Put a freaking little owl in the comments down below. I don't think there's a quail emoji, but you can put an owl. In this game, no quails, but you do have a crazy menacing pet guinea pig that will follow you around and help you blast all that you face on your way to Galaxy Land. 25 bosses, semi-open world, gorgeous art, amazing battles, puzzle solving, and more make this one that seems to be an Indie of the Year candidate. I think Beyond Galaxy Land comes out of nowhere and just instantly rises the ranks all the way to the top of my indie wish list. It's got what seems to be good writing, good characters, and the art, just the way that the perspectives change, the way that the planets change, it looks freaking fantastic, and the battles look pretty sick too. Me and my guinea pig will be rolling when this one hits Switch. I think this is absolutely amazing looking. We just need a date. Maybe it'll pop up at an indie world in the future, but right now it's just slated for Switch in 2024. The crazy just gets crazier, because next up we've got Promise Mascot Agency from the devs of Paradise Killer. Now that was a really crazy sleuthing title, and this one is much more about trying to fit your tofu mascot through a small door. No, that's just one of your challenges, but basically you're running like a mascot agency for kind of crappy mascots. It looks fantastic and absolutely bizarre. All right, so mascots can be trained, they can send them out on jobs to make money, gain experience, spread the good word of your agency. It seems like there's going to be different mini games, different battles, all sorts of crazy mascots. You're driving around this town, exploring, finding things out, and I'm sure based on the developer, there will be some creepy mystery underneath the surface of why, you and Pinky, a mascot herself, are building this agency, what the greater purpose is, and how many mascots you end up recruiting. It's absolutely chaotic. I love the look. I love the feel. I love that they're just exploring what a bizarre concept of running a mascot agency. Not a real thing, but maybe it should be. This one drops on Switch next year in 2025, but again, circle the heck out of it. It looks fantastic. Who played Snipper Clips? If you didn't, go get your best bud, your best friend, and play it right now. Phenomenal cooperative action on Nintendo Switch. They made kind of a pseudo-sequel expansion pack, but now we've got a new game that's definitely aping off of the Snipperclips formula. This time from Pixel Junk. They made monsters, they made racers, they made freaking flyers. What was that one called? Explorers. Pixel Junk in a little ship. They made Pixel Junk Woogie Woogie, the one where you... Eden, the one where you kind of just zen out to the music. My namings might not be right, but Pixel Junk Shooter is another one, and Monsters was the tower defense that I really love. This time it is a co-op game about helping each other. All you need is help. This looks fantastic. Dropping on Switch this fall. Silly song aside, I think these puzzles look bananas. To me, it seems to combine elements of Snipperclips with Overcooked for a chaotic co-op adventure where you do have to be like on it. You got to make sure your timing is linked up and lined up, but also just like a fun, goofy time, but also with purpose. Like, you don't want it to just be a chaotic fun fest. There's plenty of other sandbox titles for that. This one does seem to have plenty of fun, but also purpose, objectives, and really funny looking Tetris block characters. Let's move to a game dropping May 30th. That one coming out in a month's time is Aster, Blade of the Monolith on Nintendo Switch. This looks to be a big action RPG type title inspired by Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, Legend of Zelda. It's got a bunch of exploration, side quests, bosses, upgrades, abilities, combos, summons, and more. It looks to be taking the Zelda dungeon type diving experience, but upping the ante with more intense combat, quicker combat, and like they mentioned, things that you might see in Devil May Cry and Bayonetta. I'm curious if this one is going to control well, because if it does, it could be a huge hit. If it doesn't, it could just be another one of those. But right now, it's coming in just 4 weeks, so we'll have a chance to check it out. It's from Tiny Build and C2 Game Studio. Don't know a ton of what they've done before, but I do love the look of this, and I think they've got a bomb trailer, so I'm hoping that this game does perform when it releases later in May. Last but certainly not least is another one of my most anticipated indies. It is Tales of Iron 2, Whiskers of Winter. For a split second, I thought this was dropping today based on how the kind of cringe hosts of the ID at Xbox event were talking, but no, they dropped a different game that's not on Switch and also doesn't look anywhere near as exciting, but the colors, the grime, the rats of this game are just appealing to me in every way. All sorts of giant beasts for you to take on, action RPG with upgrades, sad rats, happy rats, mad rats, dirty rats, and a freaky chameleon that's also kind of fused with an anglerfish. I love where they're going with this. No release date. It's dropping later this year on Switch, but it looks phenomenal. This could be like a surprise drop at a Direct, a surprise drop maybe at an Indie World, as it hasn't shown up at one of those yet. But Tales of Iron 2 looks amazing. Tales of Iron 1 is currently on Switch if you want to dip your toes in. A good game, but I feel like this one takes everything about Tales of Iron and just turns it to 12. So I'm very excited for this. All these games look awesome. I think Beyond Galaxyland is seriously an Indie Game of the Year candidate. I think Tales of Iron 2, Whiskers of Winter is another Indie Game of the Year candidate. And I think the other games we mentioned, Promise Mascot Agency in particular, are weird enough, quirky enough to really win us over. So the Switch benefits from ID at Xbox, even if we didn't see Hollow Knight. Back to Nintendo now. We had the Xbox event, so maybe Hollow Knight Silk Song will pop at a Nintendo event next. We'll have to wait and see. In the meantime, let me know which of these games you plan to pick up. I think they look awesome. I cannot wait to play all of them. And in a year where Nintendo may not put out many first-party titles, this is where our gaming goodness is going to come from. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. And until next time, SwitchForce out.